Vinyl to Your Ears with Gary P. On this episode, we'll be talking about a band from Winnipeg, The Pumps. Let's talk about The Pumps. Based out of Winnipeg, a band with a debut album that should have been an international success. It is actually one of my favorites to play. It gets a lot of play on the turntable, and you can tell, very well used, and for a good reason. These guys put together an amazing debut album, but an honest to goodness, great collection of material. A lot of variety. We had a little bit of new wave, some power pop, some heavy rock, but a very original sound, especially for a Canadian band, and especially from Winnipeg. Winnipeg definitely breeds some great music and some great players, and these guys delivered. We had Chris Burt Gaffney on bass and lead vocals. He is quoted as saying, I'll just sing for a while till we find a singer. Same old story you hear in many bands, but his voice is actually honestly great, and he did an amazing job on here. He teamed up with Lou Petrovich on guitar, a amazing local guitar hero at the time in the late 70s. Once they added Brent Diamond on keyboards, the sound was really starting to come together. And on drums, we actually had Terry Norman Taylor. These guys started playing the B circuit, making a huge name for themselves in Winnipeg and across Canada. And all the time, some covers like everybody, but really focused on songwriting. By the late 70s, after playing the B circuit for quite a while and continually writing and honing their craft, they got some attention. And in 1980, they signed a multi-album deal with Polygram Records, an international record deal, which is amazing for the time. And looked like things were just going to explode and take off, and well-deserved. These guys were great, and their live show was energetic. Just amazing, crunchy, in-your-face entertainment. With the international deal with Polygram, they were able to release Gotta Move, and this album, like I said, front to back, is just amazing. And 3 big songs came out of it, but honestly, there's not a dud on here. They're all amazing. And Bust the TV opened up side B, followed by Success, which was probably the biggest song that everybody knows. And Coffee with the Queen, a nice mellow Beatlesque kind of ballad. And again, this album was so full of material, it's just unreal that they somehow got lost in the shuffle.
My diagnosis could be neurosis. I wish someone would only care. Supply the power for every hour and I'll stay on the air. She's always there. Tune in, turn on every night. She's always there. Out of reach, but still in sight. Am I the queen of all your queen? The touchdown sacrifice. No one knows. Anything goes. We're coffee with the queen. Hey. Coffee with the queen. Here we go. Turn me in and you turn me out. I wonder why I always jump and shout. You're turning me into a nervous wreck. And all I want's a little success, just a little success. Just a little success. You try to change the way I am.
One of the reasons being, again, Polygram basically just did not see the potential for the US market. And after this amazing album, the band was dropped. They didn't get to do a second album. Lou Petrovich ended up quitting the band, and Chris and the guys moved on to form Orphan, which put out a couple albums, but didn't really have the success that it should have either, even with such a huge hit called Miracle, which you may have known as well. But I want to focus on the Pumps. These guys, like I said, amazing live, had the image, had a sound that was completely unique, and were just an amazing act to see live. Again, same old story, a band that should have been huge and had the potential. Had they stuck together and had a second album, honestly, with Chris Burke-Gaffney's talent as a songwriter and the musicianship in the band, these guys, I think, would have gone on bigger and better than Orphan did. A documentary came out recently after 40 years since the band's beginning, and just a little success. It's amazing to see. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. It goes into a lot of detail, and you'll see some cool footage and some great stories. I'm going to keep it short and simple, let the music do the talking on this one. So I want you to crank it up. Again, a gem from Canada. The Pumps should have been huge. They should have been international heroes, and way bigger than they were. If you ask Chris himself, he has no regrets apparently. He moved on to help Chantal Crevassier get her career started. Going back to their roots, again, a band that was completely unique and really deserved a bigger shot at success with a second album. And let's spin some tracks now, and thanks for tuning in. One of my favorites. Vinyl to your ears. Again, I love vinyl, and this is one of my top 10 plays. Cheers.